Good morning all, I am Nandhini working as an assistant professor in National College of Engineering at the Department of Computer Science and Technology. Today we are going to see a topic on acidic properties. What is an acidic properties? In detail we are knowing that acidic property is nothing but an atomicity, consistency, isolation and durability. Atomicity is nothing but transferring entire data is getting transferred, all of these be executed or none. A debited transaction discussed about such either execution all properties or none. If the debited transaction fails after executing the operation 1 and 2, then it is new value of 400. Example, for example, we considered that the entire transaction takes place at once or happened at all. For example, each transaction is considered as one unit and either runs to complete or it is getting executed. It involves the following two operations. One is an abort operation and next one is an commit operation in atomicity. Abort is nothing but the transaction get aborted, changes may be database or not visible to anyone. In commit, transaction commit, changes made or visible. The transactions gets visible means it is committed. If it is not visible, it is known as an abort. Example has been given. Suppose we have two attributes x and y. X need to credit the amount to the y, so it gets a lesser amount in x and a higher amount in y. Next is an consistent state. In the consistent state, next one, in the consistent state, integrate the consistency must be maintained so that the database is considered before and after the transactions. It refers to the correctness of a database. Referring to the example, the total amount before and after the transaction must be maintained. For example, total before transaction occurs is 500 plus 200, we are keeping 700. Total after transaction occurs is we have already 400 there, now it is getting 300 greater, so it is 700. Therefore, the database is consistent. In consistent occurs case, T1 completes but T2 fails. As a result, T is a incomplete one because it is an incomplete one. To maintain the consistency of the database, we need concurrency control properties, which we'll discussed in the next article. The operations of T1 and T2 with either buffers and databases have been seen in this table. Next one is an in this table we are seeing that transaction 1 buffer space, T2 buffer space and databases. It relates an example with 5000. In database it is given 5000. This 5000 for T2 is getting transited with 1000 rupees less. So A gives 1000 rupees to T2 transaction. So A becomes 4000. That 5000 has been added with the transaction 2. 500 only, they are taking 500 rupees. 500 rupees has been debited with 500. So total of it is 5500. Next one is an isolation. Say the property that ensures that multiple transactions can occur concurrently without leading to the inconsistency of database states. Transaction occurs independently without interference. Changes occurring in a particular transaction will not be visible to any other transaction until that particular changes in that transaction is returned to memory or has been committed. This property ensures that the execution of transaction concurrently with result in a state is known as an concurrency control. It consists of x with 500 rupees and y with 500 rupees. Consider true transaction T and T dash. For example, read of x. Suppose you are reading x, x is equal to x into 100, write x, read y, y equal to y minus 50, write. In transaction T dash, read of x, read of y, z equal to x plus y, where write of z. It explains that suppose T has been executed till read of y, then T starts. But value of x is incorrect by the value of x is. For example, x plus y is equal to 50, where 0 plus 500 equal to 50, 500. That plus x plus y equal to 50,000 plus 450 equal to 50,450 is an isolation state. In a durability state, this property ensures that once the transaction has been completed or executed, the updates and the modification to the database are stored in and write to disk and they pursued even if a state fails occurs. Thus, updates now became permanent or stored in a non-valuable memory. These acidic properties in totally provide a mechanism to ensure the correctness and consistency of a database. Each transaction in a group occurs that acts as a single unit, providing consistent result from other operations and stored under locations. Thank you so much. So it can be said that operations and updations that is taking may have a durable storages. To avoid this problem, multiple copies of the database are being stored in different locations to overcome this durability situation. Thank you so much.